Hi, I'm Justine. And I'm Lauren, and we are interviewing Jack Jason for Road Trip Nation. Where did you see yourself when you were our age?
The first day when I went to college, walking on campus, there was a big table for a sign language club. And I thought, sign language club? Why not? And because of that one day, I am where I am today. I didn't think I would do anything with sign language, but I had no intention of being an interpreter, but I kind of shifted it a little bit. From there, I went to producing arts festivals with deaf people, and then from there I went into educational media, and then from there is when I met Marley Matlin, and from there is how I ended up what I'm doing today.
What was your background with sign language?
My mom and dad are both deaf, so it's my first language. I grew up interpreting all my life. The first job I ever had was not even what I expected. It was to be a counselor for deaf students. It wasn't what I expected, but you just kind of have to go with it. I had plans, but they never went the way I wanted.
Was it your idea, or was it someone else telling you that's what you wanted to do?
No, I think it was my idea, because when I was in 7th grade, we had to keep journals, and it said, what did you want to be? And I actually wrote, I want my voice to be heard by thousands of people.
And for specifically in your field, what are some skills that either you have or that you need to kind of be successful?
Being able to talk a lot, being able to talk and be fast on my feet about what I'm going to say, be able to be good at talking, to be able to be good at negotiating, to be able to be good at being between two groups of people and trying to make them come together. Whereas when you're a kid, they just want you to sit in your seat and be quiet. Always in trouble at school, always. It was talking too much, it was always. All my report cards, talk too much, talk too much, talk too much, talk too much. If you're on television, as I am with Marley, and they ask a question, I have to be fast. I have to think fast, I have to talk fast, I have to make it sound comfortable and professional at the same time.
And were your parents supportive in
Absolutely 150%. They trusted me they gave me the freedom to make my own decisions. They weren't too rigid about that. They did give me boundaries, but they also because they needed me as much as I needed them.
you have done different in life?
But I think I might have gone away to college instead of staying at home. But then if I had done that, I wouldn't be here. It's different when you have deaf parents. You're always wanting, at least I did, I always wanted to watch out for them. So I was reluctant to leave home. I wanted to be there to watch out for them. And I realize now, and my mom says, we're not babies. We were fine before you came here. We're fine after you go in. So just go. But I never said that to myself. The biggest problem we all have is fear of the unknown. And I think that's one thing I should learn.
When did you realize that you felt like you kind of like made it?
I always think that I'm still trying to make it, and I think it keeps you going. But I remember standing on the stage with Marley, interpreting for her at the Academy Awards, and I was saying for her, I want to thank my mom and dad and my family, and my parents were also there. And so what I was saying was for her parents, but in my own way, they were saying it to my parents who were there. And then I'm such a sucker. I start to go. But it was at the perfect time that she did. So somebody afterwards said, one of the reporters for one of the newspapers said, best performance by a non-nominee, and it said Jack Jason, for his brilliant interpreting for Marley Matlin, when he didn't realize that I was sort of interpreting and sort of being myself at the same time. And that's kind of when I went, millions of people saw what I've done all my life, and so that was cool.
What was that feeling like for you?
It was kind of wild. I wasn't in the picture. It was just my voice. And so when I said that, I remembered what I had written down. I want my voice to be heard by millions of people. And there I was, standing on the stage, and my voice was being heard by millions of people. And I was like, wow, it was really cool.
Yeah.
I really encourage kids to write down what they want to do. Just keep saying, I want to do that. It's okay to change. Don't let people pressure you otherwise. Other people would say, oh, you got to plan, you got to apply for the job, you got to put yourself out there. But I just took chances.
What type of advice would you give us?
Don't get frustrated if the way you want to go isn't the way you expected it. And if when you get there, it's not what you want, it's okay to change. And do something else. Be really open-minded, because life is always unexpected.
Parents kind of want you to go in a different direction than you want to do. How would you kind of deal with that?
You should try to make them appreciate and understand how much you want. So it's about meeting halfway to talk about it. And then you know what? At some point, you're not going to be under your parents anymore. So you can do what you need to do at a certain point, and then you're on your own.
Thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
What final words of advice would you like to
Don't let a decision decision that you made hold you in one place. If you want to change your mind, change your mind. Just go with it. Just go with the flow.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
I hope I didn't sound like one of those crazy advice books.